We are getting to the latest Detroit Lions news for you folks today. We're going to get into the injury update versus the Rams. Who is in, who potentially could be out. Lions captains were named. Who are they? Why? Agents, they love Detroit Lions in this franchise. That spells great news for the Lions. We need to be loud versus Stafford. Taylor Decker spoke about it, and I just want to talk that, yes, we need to be. And Dan Campbell wants to focus on the Rams and not the Super Bowl. Can't argue with that. Before we get into this bad boy, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It is at MicroMike85. I will be posting, especially now with the regular season going on, quite a bit more on there with updates of what's going on. Let's go ahead and jump into the injury news really quick for this game, and the news is good for the Detroit Lions. Right now we have two individuals who may not play in this game, and that is it. One being Ifeatu Melifonwu. He is questionable to be playing at this moment. Looks like he's probably not going to be playing in this game. Let's keep it 100. Same thing with DJ Reader, questionable as well. I just suggest he probably is going to miss this game. If he does play, it would be very, very limited with snap count because he's still got to get in football shape, and that's the biggest deal when it comes to DJ Reader. And Ifeatu Melifonwu is more injury-related. We just don't know when he will be good to go. But at this point, he's kind of a backup right now, right? Even though we love Iffy and I love what he does, but he wouldn't be getting as much playing time anyways. Is Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, your main two safeties for the Lions at this point. Question for you, who is your favorite Detroit Lion currently on the roster? Throw a name in the comments. It could be Dan Skipper. That's my favorite, right? Jahmyr Gibbs, whoever you want. Let us know in the comments below. Lions captains were named, and not a lot of questions regarding this bad boy. Here is your 5 captains for the 2024 NFL season. You got quarterback Jared Goff, of course, is going to be the captain. He usually is always going to be the captain. The quarterback is always going to be up there, and especially Jared Goff. Amon-Ra St. Brown, love that he is a captain. He is a vocal leader as well as an individual, leads by example with his work ethic and what he does. Penei Sewell, the cornerstone of this football team, especially this offensive line, absolute captain, vocal leader on the field, physically dominant. This is a guy you definitely want leading your team. Aidan Hutchinson is going to be a leader as well, team captain, and obviously vocal leader never stops. The guy is through and through a leader. Alex Anzalone, definite leader for the linebackers here. You've seen it with Derek Barnes getting the interception in the post game. He talked and thanked Alex Anzalone for this. No surprise there. And Jalen Reeves-Maybin is going to be your leader for the Lions on special teams, and he's always been a leader. He's always up there and being part of this team, especially from a special team standpoint. He's just got the skills to get it done. Some players are like that. Those are the leaders for this season. Let's get into some good news regarding the agent front. Ben Standig of The Athletic recently released the results of his poll of 31 NFL agents on multiple topics. When asked which franchise is the best run in the league, the Lions got 1 vote as 14 franchises got a vote. Woo! That's good for the Lions. And this is what Brad Holmes said about this. Says, it has been different, Holmes said. In the past, I would say it was the first 2 years we were doing a lot of selling and convincing, consistently trying to get guys here. But now it does make you feel good when we've done something and we have accomplished some good things that these agents want to send their players here. He continue on. Now that the wide receiver front, that's even easier conversation. He says, every agent for the wide receiver wants to send them here. And you know, really the same thing happened with the kicker too. Oh my. When you have free agents and agents wanting to come to the Lions, you don't have to do a whole lot of selling. We've talked about this in the past throughout the years. When it comes to free agents, we got to overpay, right? We got to convince folks to come here, and then you're giving up a chunk of your cap space because generally speaking, you got to throw money their way to come to Detroit. That's not the case now. We had Jake Bates, teams wanted to sign him. He came to Detroit. We had wide receivers. After the cutdown, they wanted to come here. Tim Patrick, Allen Robinson, even Donovan Peoples-Jones, who was released, still wanted to come here. It is a testament to what you can do with this team when you have the ability to find talent and consistently win. And not only that, but you have an environment where you're paying your players after they perform well. St. Brown, Penei Sewell, Jared Goff. You're constantly rewarding players for their play on the field, unlike other teams that they're having holdouts, they're having issues with management trying to get paid. That is issues for agents, that's issues for players, and that is something that we no longer, it seems at this point, have to deal with. That's so good. So I got a question for you. Do you believe the Lions are a good destination for free agents? Y for yes and N for no. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you looking to go to opening game at Ford Field, Lions versus Rams? Well, if you are, check out Game Time. They have killer deals, last-minute tickets, and lowest prices guaranteed, and you can stop stressing and start getting hyped for the fun that you're going to have. It is easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area, whether that's sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. Their lowest prices guaranteed. That's the Game Time guarantee, which means you're always getting the best prices, and if you find tickets in the same area section or less, Game Time is going to credit you 110% of the difference. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. And in the middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows you where your seat is, and if you move your phone left or right, you can see the surrounding area like a 3D live photo. So download Game Time. You plug in Chat Sports, and you're going to get $20 off your very first purchase. Again, download Game Time, go to the redeem code section, plug in Chat Sports, and you're going to get $20 off. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. So if you are buying Lions tickets this year, and if you want to go to the Lions game, Sunday Night Football, you need to get Game Time. Download Game Time today, last-minute tickets, and lowest prices guaranteed. Taylor Decker talked to the press as he was doing his interviews for week one here, and he talked about he didn't know the environment that's going to be occurring on Sunday Night Football against Matthew Stafford, former Lions quarterback, but he believes it's going to be hostile. Here's the thing here. I know a lot of people said we can't boo, we can boo, all of this stuff. All I can tell you is every single fan that is at that game, you need to be extremely loud when the Lions defense is out there and the Rams offense is out there. You need to be extremely quiet for the opposite when the Lions offense is out there, because we need this team to win this game. We need to have the 13th man in there helping this team out and showing the world that Ford Field is the loudest environment of any sports stadium on the planet. That's what we need to do on this game Sunday night. I don't care if you are a Stafford fan, if you're not a Stafford fan. I don't care if you actually believe we're booing kids or not, like Kelly Stafford. We need to be loud, and we need to be loud while the Rams offense is in the huddle as well. Any sort of communication that needs to occur. It has nothing to do with just Stafford himself. We need to be loud and win this game. And that is the most important thing that we can do from a fan base, is make it very difficult for Sean McVay, their offense, to get any sort of communication offensively. The best that we can do is make Ford Field a destination where teams don't want to go because it's extremely difficult to have their plays be told and extremely difficult for them to get any sort of calls off. We need to make Detroit the number one loudest stadium on the planet and start a nice aura here at Ford Field. So that is what I can say about this. I do believe it's going to be in a hostile environment with loud and how they're going to operate there, but we really need to focus on making any sort of communication for the Rams offense ineffective. That's what we need to do right there. Question: would you actually go to the game? Are you going to the game? Would you be loud? Are you going to be upset if the Lions are booing Stafford? Are you going to boo Stafford? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, again, follow me on Twitter. It's at MicroMike85. That's where you can find me. I'll be doing now more updates, especially with the regular season. Dan Campbell spoke to the media, and he spoke to the players as well. And he said, stop talking about Super Bowl. Focus on Sunday night, on each week. I concur from a coaching perspective to his players. I agree. The players need to focus on the game ahead of them. And that's really important, right? We need to win the game ahead of us. You can't just get to the Super Bowl and fly over teams, right? Because every single team is going to be putting their best towards the Lions this year, because the Lions are one of the best football teams in all of the NFL, and they want to see how they perform against a team like Detroit. So they're going to put their best effort forward. It's going to be different than years past. So we got to focus on each team, even teams who you expect to not be good, right? Like the Arizona Cardinals, I expect them to be better. But every single team is going to put their best effort forward. The players must focus on that team. With that said, us as commentators, YouTubers, or reporters, we say, that's a different story. We could focus on the macro view. We can focus on everything else because, well, we're not on the field. We're not the one who's playing the game. And so for me, I love the conversation, but I do concur with Dan Campbell that the players must focus on the game first. I really do believe that. Folks, we're going to be dropping videos every single day. Try to get every single day, right? So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors. Adios.